the player salaries came out for MLS, and the highest paid player in the league is Shaqiri at 8.1 something million per season.
Working out well.
This is you're really betting the house that Shaqiri is gonna, I mean, he's probably one of the highest paid MLS players ever, without a doubt. Who got paid more?
Wouldn't Insigne be higher paid when he came
I'm just right now. But look, he's clearly one of the highest paid ever. Who was making that kind of money? Villa was making that kind of money. I think he was maybe even making 7.
No, they were all making 7.
If anybody in the chat can remember, I don't recall anybody making as much money as Shaqiri currently is. But with that, I want to bring up the list and so we can see kind of the top 10. Oh man, it's gonna be a tough place to find it. If anybody could send me the link, please do so. The salary release, here it is. Okay,
there we go.
Let me get the.
What do they have? Just the averages?
Yeah, this is. Well, I mean, these are a couple interesting points to discuss. Just in the average annual growth in base salaries, which is obviously good to see. These are the roster spots. So at least there's been growth at every position. So players are getting paid more in MLS. When we started our show in 2015, the league minimum was like 60 something $1,000. There was some players that we interviewed that it was remarkable.
We were making money and we were making money than them.
So good on that. I gotta find the specifics. The MLS base salary growth is there. Double-digit growth from over the year from 397,753. These are the non-DPs.
I just texted to you.
Okay, cool. Let me. I'll bring it up right now. But hearing that Shaqiri is the highest paid player, what are your first reactions to something like that?
It makes sense because how are you going to lure this player in? But you way overpaid for a guy who was a backup at Liverpool.
Argentinians should be losing their minds over this.
This is what they're talking about.
This is accurate. Totally makes sense to be shocked by this because this is.
Here's the most shocking part. He's getting 8.15 million. 8,153,000 guaranteed compensation. Chicharito playing in Los Angeles, 6. If you click on base salary, it'll shift.
Oh, there it is.
Or you can do it by guaranteed. I'm shocked. You would imagine Chicharito would garner more money because of his ability. Are there that many Swiss in Chicago,
right,
or Albanians? Because he cares well. Which, by the way, saying that at Citi Field, there was a whole section of people wearing red, and I was like, "Oh, weird that there would be Chicago fans." And someone told me, "No, those are all the Swiss people that showed up."
Oh, that's so cool.
There was like maybe 60 to 70 Swiss people that were there to meet.
Okay.
Shaqiri.
So good on that. Yeah. If any Fire fans are in the chat, let us know if there's a Swiss fans in the stadium.
A lot of raclette being served out.
But look at this. Yeah. Look, Shaqiri, guaranteed 8.1 million. Chicharito was 6, and Gonzalo Higuain with a little bit under 6. Look, when you look at these numbers, the one that stands out as a very surprising is Josie.
You think so?
Because of the last couple years he's had. Look, but that was a contract he agreed to, and then the Revs. Do they do? His contract is totally with the Revs. Like the Revs are paying him this. It's not split between him and Toronto, right? They don't do that in MLS like they do with like a transfer or a loan where they pay some of the player's salary. That's not that doesn't work. It's not. That's not happening here.
No, he is a New England player.
Yeah. So it's again seems like a lot. But again, get your bag if you have to.
You know what name surprises me right now? Franco Jara.
Hada. He is not Brazilian.
Sorry, from FC Dallas, making a guaranteed $3 million.
Yeah, but the FC Dallas
player, and they're playing really well.
But $3 million is not 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can live with it.
It's significantly less. It's less than half of 8.
Has Hada been starting?
Even like Gustavo Bo, who's here, he's making $2.7 million, and that guy constantly helps them win games.
Right. He's coming back from an injury, but deservedly so. And then when you see
Raul Rui Diaz.
Right. It's like, this is underpaid.
What are we talking about? $3.2 million.
He deserves a raise.
Victor Wanyama making $4 million. $3 million. Wow.
Yeah, but Montreal's been playing great.
Also, he's a great player, but he's a defensive midfielder, bro.
Zico Barco's still on this list with $2.2 million. But then, $4 million for Carlitos Vela. But
this is crazy that we release this, and we talk about this every year.
Yeah.
No other league would do that. If you did this in the Premier League, they would be fisticuffs flying.
Because people get so mad at players making money and being successful.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, he doesn't deserve that money, that kind of money, the wages and all that.
The one thing I'm, towards the end of the season, I start to get tired of it. And I'm there already, even though the season's ended. He doesn't play for the shirt. He doesn't play for the badge.
Yeah.
None of them do, bro.
Are we done? Can we move on from this?
Yeah. What childhood bedroom wall dream life do you live where you think anyone is playing for the badge on the shirt?
They're not playing for free. Okay.
No. I love how some people be like, I would play for this club for free, and you suck. That's why you don't play for the club, and that's why they wouldn't ask you to do it. If they did, that's why they wouldn't pay you.
Well, it's interesting because you see the posts from some of the from some of the Leeds players, some of the Everton players that were battling relegation. Mm-hmm. Like Dominican Calvert-Lewin said that this was the most mentally challenging year that he's ever had, and that it really challenged his mental health. They needed to get help and talk to people, and it's like that there's so much at stake. So and the fans do as well. But no matter what job you have, if you have thousands of people every day messaging you, DMing you, saying something, or even in the stands.
If your identity was attached to how well you were an accountant, or how well you were, you did your Excel spreadsheet that week. It'd be difficult.
Exactly. So you understand. This is why I'm fine with whatever athletes make, because their job is difficult. Yes, it's like, people can be dismissive and be like, you get paid to kick a ball or hit a baseball or throw a ball into a net or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but you're still asking so much of these people.
Right. And they also have to be perfect all the time. But that's also why you're getting paid a lot of money.
Exactly. But they obviously, they are human, and they have, their lives are challenging in ways that we may not understand, regardless of how much money that they make. Right. They're being paid a lot of money, but it doesn't relieve them of any responsibility or problems or anything like that. So
somebody asked to look up what Tati Castellanos makes, and he is guaranteed $1,076,000 a season. Which, by the way, when they say a player in Europe makes blank per week, is that per week of the season or per week of the year?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm going to assume per week of the season.
I'm going to assume it's per year.
I don't know.
You want to get paid in the off season as well, right?
I've actually.
This is like teachers.
This is guy who I hope maybe we can get on the show someday. His name is Isaac Rochelle. Mm-hmm. He plays for the Cleveland Browns. He's a defensive end, and he's an Arsenal fan as well.
I think I've seen this guy do interviews,
and he has a great TikTok where he explains literally the day-to-day life of an NFL player. And one of the things people ask him, how do you get paid week to week? And the NFL used to pay you throughout the season, and a couple years ago, in one of the collective bargaining agreements, they changed it to you get paid throughout the entire year, throughout the 52 weeks, or it's something like 47 weeks, something like that. And because NFL players were absolutely blowing through their money,
and then when they got to the summer, they didn't have any money.
And they didn't have anything; they would be broke. So this is a way to be a bit more responsible.
Okay, Dennis Higgins said it's per week of the year.
Okay, so that's probably best.
That's probably the best.
Okay,
it's per year because they go off a yearly contract. Gotcha. Okay, so whatchamacallit? So then,
and there's only 2 months that they would be not getting paid if it was
be $1,076,000. What would that be divided by 52?
Okay, I'm glad we're doing this.
He's making $20,000 a week. That's low level.
Okay, yeah, that's
Premier League.
It's about what Cooligans makes.
Yeah,
all right. So that's he can live.
Please join the Patreon.
we're there. We're there.
All of a sudden, I'm sweating. Things I've learned playing Football Manager. Hilarious. Athletes' average careers between 6 to 10 years. Got to make what money you can. I completely agree.
Things I've learned playing Football Manager. I should play Football Manager. I've never played it. I got to figure it out.
River Plate's largest salary is $2.5 million, and it's Franco Armani. Yo, Sporting KC Fan TV is wild Argentinian, bro. He's probably so Argentinian he doesn't consider himself Latino. He's going to start telling us he's related to Giovinco and Coutinho. That's how Argentinian this guy is.
Love it. Love it. Thank you for the insight.
That's right. Yo, tell your family they got trash pizza in Buenos Aires, by the way. Sorry, how to do it. Fugazeta? More like Fugazi. Huh?
Nick Red said, I did not come here for the math lessons. I agree.
By the way, my head hurts just doing that, and I use the calculator. Okay. How about this? Here's real quick. Can you put that back on the screen?
Well, yes, I can. What do you want to look at?
Go to the top compensation.
Okay. With Shaqiri?
Yeah. All right. So I just want to do the first 5. Worth it? Yes or no?
Okay. Let's do it.
What do you think?
Shaqiri.
I mean, so far, look, we don't have a lot to pull from.
We don't.
We have a third of a season. Mm-hmm. Not bad. We have some information in front of us. Based on that, the man's already earned a third of 8, whatever that is, about $2 million, maybe 3. Yeah, closer to $3 million. $2.5 million so far. $2.5 million well spent.
No. Shaqiri's a no so far, but anything can happen.
Do you think a player of his ilk will be worth it by the end of the season? You pay someone $8 million to bring you ticket sales and a championship. This team ain't winning no championship.
I don't think they're getting a championship. Could they make the playoffs? Look, they were undefeated.
You ain't paying $8 million to make the playoffs.
Chicago has to. Chicago's they haven't made the playoffs since like 2013.
I really hope there's like 50,000 Albanians per week that want to come see this guy play.
They got to do what they got to do. They've had a couple players like deals fall through, and it is tough for them to get players. So if they have to pay a higher price because the team is not good and they're trying to establish themselves again, they're playing in a new stadium. Yeah, they got to do what they got to do. They got a new owner. I'm fine with them taking the risk.
Bay Araguna says Shaqiri deserves to be paid in gully bucks, which is great. Left my ass out. Argentina is 66% Italian. Blame the Italian who forgot how to make pizza. They absolutely did. And by the way, 66% Italians. Y'all Latino now. Deal with it. Whatchamacallit? I would say Shaqiri may be worth it in the sense that he will bring you marketing opportunities. But I don't think you're going to get $8 million worth. No. Now, number 2,
Chicharito.
100% worth it.
100% worth it.
In fact, I'd even say this is a good deal.
This is a great deal. This is a bargain bin.
$6 million.
$6 million for Chicharito.
Wow.
The leading goal scorer for the Mexican national team. No, this is a no-brainer.
Steal.
You bring
him.
This is
a steal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So no, obviously, and he's been pretty good. Especially at the beginning of the season, he had a strong start.
And the biggest fear you have with DPs is will they actually care? He cares.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great deal. Number 3.
Gonzalo Higuain. No.
Not a good deal. 5.8 million?
Not a good deal. And if Fabian Herbert was reading this, he'd be like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy and his deal. Should we look up how much Fabian Herbert's made? We'll do that after this, maybe. Okay. Alejandro Pozuelo of Toronto FC.
Totally worth it. Great signing.
You think 4.7 might be a little high?
I'm good with it, man.
For the quality he brings?
Absolute superstar.
He is. Very good. Very good. I'd say he's more of a $2 to $3 million player. You might have overpaid, but you got a lot of taxes in Canada.
But Toronto is...
I don't think they get paid in Canadian. They get paid in American.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good question.
Joseph Martinez at $4 million.
A little over 4? Oft injured, though.
He got injured. It was a bad injury. He hasn't really been the same since.
He is the face of the club.
Yeah.
And now he's doing Gillette ads in English.